them ward off real quick. Alright, gonna get some new gloves on. Alright, and what we're using today, we have some fresh kosher salt, some black pepper, cayenne pepper, some paprika, some onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of sugar. Now we're going to take a bowl to mix this in. We have a fork. What we're going to do, there's 1 tablespoon of salt, dump that in. Then we have about a half a tablespoon of black pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Now we have 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, get it all up, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we have half a teaspoon of granulated sugar. What we're going to do is kind of mix this together. This is a typical Cajun blend. You might see the sugar and kind of be surprised by it, but if you look at Zatarain's, they actually have sugar in their blend too. Kind of enhances the flavor of the salt and the spices. So we're going to mix this together. Then we're going to take some first cold pressed olive oil, which I keep in these containers for easy access. You can put about 2 tablespoons in. Alright, now we're going to mix this up and we're going to make a paste. Add a little bit more olive oil. Alright, that'd be a rather light paste. What you want to do is you're going to coat each piece of chicken with this. So I find the best thing to do is just to get an even coverage, just kind of sprinkle it on. We're going to come back and rub it in. Alright, so now use 1 hand or 2 to get it done quicker. Kind of rub it on both sides. Or just one side for now. We're going to flip it over and do the same thing in a minute. And what this does is massaging it into the meat. You're making sure all the spices get into every spot that it can. And you'll have a better flavor in your meat. Alright, now I'm going to flip the pieces over. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright. Let's mix it up again. Alright, what this spice blend does with the oils and all the spices is the oils will protect it from sticking to the grill. It also give it a little more flavor using a high quality oil like the first cold press one. Let's see, we're going to rub this in each piece, making sure it's coated every side. Alright, now we're ready for the grill. Let me take this off. Sanitize my hands again. Alright, remove this, put it over here with the cutting board. Okay, so we're going to take our chicken, we're going to get a pair of tongs. So you want to grab this. Make sure you have one long enough so you're not going to burn your hands. Alright, now if you see, the air is being sucked in, and that smoke bag or pouch is already producing hot smoke. It's coming out almost everywhere you can see. We open it up. If you can catch it with the camera, you can actually see the smoke coming straight out of the pouch. Alright, now these grates are hot. You see that the grates themselves are actually kind of smoking. We're going to put these down. And You want that sizzle, that little sear. These little drumettes, you want to try and stand them up just for better presentation. Alright, now we're just going to stay like that. Get the tenderloins on and we'll be ready. Alright, now what this is doing right now, the grates are so hot, is searing the meat. You need the black lines on it, which everybody strives for. And to do that, you need a high heat, which you need the hardwood charcoal. Regular charcoal, you'd have to use about 2 chimneyfuls of charcoal to get this heat. What we're going to do, we're going to close the pit, and it's going to keep the charcoal from getting too hot, so where you're not going to have blackened meat completely. And what it does, it regulates that because of the temperature. We're actually going to close the vent just a little bit, about halfway, as we restrict the air going into it. So now, it takes about 3 minutes per side. What it's going to do, the chicken's going to firm up, and after about 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to be ready. After about 2 minutes, we'll be ready to put this. So we're going to go inside, we're going to clean up a little bit. You can follow me over here. Alright, we're going to pick this stuff up. Have a new cutting board for carving. And what we're going to do, once you carve this chicken, you can do any kind of dish you want. You could have just grilled chicken, do some asparagus and mashed potatoes, and that's a whole meal. Or if you want to go kind of Mexican theme, get some limes, squeeze them on the top of them, put them in a tortilla, and wrap it up with some beans and rice and some sour cream, or guacamole like we did before. And now, should be ready to go flip the chicken. So you can follow me again. We're going to go do that. Okay. As you can see by the temperature gauge, we're actually up to about 350 right now. Alright. So, forgot the tongs. Let me go grab those real quick. Alright, we're back. And what we're going to do, if the chicken's sticking, it's not ready to flip. You see how it just came right off? That means it's ready to go. You're getting that charred color that you want. Let's see, and with these, I found, you push the grates apart a little bit, and just stick them down like that, you'll get both sides of it. Now we're going to close this. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to restrict the airflow a little bit already. And we're just going to sear the other side and finish cooking it. So basically, this is the principles of grilling. You want a high heat, and you want to sear the meat, cook it quick. If you put barbecue sauce on it, and you want to slow cook it, that's called smoking. That's where this firebox comes in handy. You're going to use indirect heat. You're going to put your charcoal in here, and you're going to sear your meat on the grates that are in there first. Then you're going to take it off and put them and place them in here. What that does, the heat will transfer into this box, and it'll probably be around 200 degrees, 250 degrees, and it'll take a couple hours to cook the meat. And that's how you get your nice little smoke rings on it. And as always, you want to keep this open. So we're just going to go over that again, and keep the vent open down there. You never want to restrict it from the top by closing it. What it does, it forces the smoke to build up, and you're actually going to get a bitter taste. You want the clean smoke to be hitting it. If you want, it's kind of a very light smoke. It's not going to be dark white. It's kind of a blue tint. So, all right. See if we can follow back in here.